Hey folks, this is Dusty with Rusty Reels, and today I've got a Diawa Procaster. This is the very first bait casting reel that I ever owned. I bought this thing in college, very first bait caster I'd ever owned. I got out there in the front of my dorm and proceeded to backlash this thing terribly, but eventually I got it. But this is the very first bait casting reel I ever owned, and it's a little stoved up right now and gummy and doesn't want to reel. So we're going to take it apart and see how it looks and clean her up, and then see if we can't take her fishing. The reel's in pretty bad shape, pretty dirty. You'll see in there, once I pull the crank off, you can see the ball bearings down in there. I think it just had 2 ball bearings for it, but it's pretty gummed up. And if you take a reel apart, make sure you take pictures of the way everything is supposed to be set. Especially take a picture of your washers, the way the washers sit on your main shaft there. You got your ball bearings, and you got your drive washers, your lock washers set. Make sure you get your washers in the right order, and then once you pull them all apart, stick them in your little part washer, or just clean them up yourself. Once again, like I said, I always use just Dawn detergent in these units. And this is your line reel, and it's sitting in there in the magnets. That's what controls the anti-backlash magnets. And these are anti-backlash magnets in the unit. This little spool sits down in there, and it'll slow it down and speed it up. So this will be your anti-reverse coming up. That it'll lock into place. It's got a little gear that you can make it lock in place, or change it, switch it over, and just let the spool run free. As you see, it's gummed up pretty good. So I used a little oil, and it knocked that grease. It broke that grease down, and I stuck the rest of it in my parts washer. And like I said, I stick it in the parts washer. We will put a little Dawn in there and let it roll. This little cleaner does a really good job on it. It's not that big, and it doesn't cost that much. But you'll have to, when you pull it out, you just have to go in there with a piece of wood or a piece of Q-tip and get the rest of the gunk out. But it loosens everything up really well. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on reassembly on this thing, because it's really, I didn't videotape it as I did it. But once again, if you take anything apart like these reels or stuff, take good pictures, take many pictures, and before you pull something off, look at the orientation. I'm dyslexic, unfortunately, and I get a lot of things backwards, and I have to do it over and over again until I get it right. So it helps to have those pictures to go look back on. Just like reviving an old reel, dusty, forgotten, buried beneath layers of time, Jesus revives our hearts. He takes what we thought was useless or too far gone and breathes life into it again. Jesus doesn't discard the past. He redeems it. He restores and plays a new story of grace, healing, and hope. Thank you very much. Y'all be good.